As president of Franciscan University of Steubenville, I welcome you to the 19th annual Franciscan University Convocation and opening of the school year Mass. These ceremonies mark the official opening of the 2019-2020 academic year. And so we begin. It's an honor for me to return here to Franciscan University as the new president and to be able to welcome everyone to this convocation. It is here that we begin. I would first like to speak for a moment to the new students. While I am aware that you have been welcomed many times over the last few days, I hope that you feel welcomed. I also would like to take an opportunity to welcome back the returning students. You have been missed, and I personally am glad that you are back, and I look forward to meeting you. I hope you can tell that by this gathering, it's different from the other gatherings we've had over the last several days. There are marks of our academic endeavors, and it is here that you will be confronted and are confronted by the symbols that mark our academic life. Gathered here in front of you and around you are the men and women who will work over the next 4 years to educate you. Recall, that is why you are here, to be educated. This demands a recognition that you are here to learn and that you, in fact, have something to learn. To the men and women who make up the faculty of Franciscan University, these are some of the most talented educators anywhere in the world. We are blessed to be in their midst and to work with them over the coming months and years. Their love for truth, for knowledge, for God, the church, and their love for you has led them here to Franciscan University. And you will be the recipient of many years of effort which they have put forward. Their years of study and work have brought them, the faculty, to this convocation. Your faculty is committed to the noble task of educating you. You are literally going to be schooled by them. If you're open to learning, this faculty will open doors of your mind and of your heart that will change you forever. Your classes should challenge you. They should challenge you to go beyond yourself. They should lead you to discover something bigger, something greater, something that is beyond you. These faculty members will open doors and allow you to see things that you've not seen before. And a light will go on in your mind and you will say, oh my gosh, I never thought about it that way. I never knew that. I never looked at it that way. You will have experiences that will cause you to think differently. Think differently about yourself, about the world that you find yourself in, about your church, and ultimately about God. This happened to me many years ago in Dr. Regis Martin's course. I believe it was church history, ecclesiology maybe. I don't remember the name of the class, but I remember the class. And in one particular course, it was just one day of one class that lasted all semester. Dr. Martin spoke of the church as being holy and the church being scandalous. And this caused me to reflect on the reality at that time, 30 years ago, that in fact is the case. The church is profoundly holy, and there are times that she is profoundly scandalous. And then Dr. Martin went on to share that that's also each one of our own personal story, that we are holy and we can be scandalous. And I must say at that point, it caused me to look at the church, the world, and myself and God differently, and it has been a great blessing for me personally over the last 10, 15 years to reflect on a course that I sat in when I was 20 years old that caused me to see myself, my God, and the church differently. The learning that you experience here at the university will be supported by a staff that will work endless hours and honestly, often with little recognition, to see that you have everything necessary to make your academic endeavor as fruitful as possible. It was, for me, the best years of my life until perhaps now. All of this is to point out the obvious, that your education is a work of many people, no one individual, but your education is going to be a part of a Christian and a Catholic community. And this is an essential element of your education here at Franciscan University. We are not a Jesuit university, nor are we a Dominican or a Benedictine university. We are a Franciscan university, and because of that, we should be different. We have 800 years of history in education, and we as a Franciscan university have something unique to offer to your experience here. And the one thing I would like to focus at the beginning of this year is one of communion, or community, a union of persons, that it's important that we understand at the beginning of our academic endeavor that it is not merely one person that is responsible for your education, but it's many. It's a community of faith that comes together for this. We are coming together, and I encourage faculty, staff, and students to resist a sense of an individualistic spirituality or an individualistic academic process. That we are in this as a community, in communion with one another. Students, you are not alone. You are part of a class that is now Franciscan University, but you're also a part of the class which is 2020 or 2023 if you're new. But you're also going to be a part of a class that is Spanish, theology, business, accounting, nursing. You are not merely an individual, but you are a part of a larger whole. And I would encourage you to look at your brothers and sisters that you're taking your courses with as just that. They are brothers and sisters in this academic journey. They are not your competition. They're your classmates. They're your brothers and sisters. Seek to encourage them, to build them up, to help them, to teach them, and to learn from them. I would say the same to the faculty, that you too are part of something larger, part of a Franciscan University faculty, but you're also a part of a school and part of a department. We are not alone in this endeavor of teaching the young people, but that we are a community of peers. Being a Franciscan university causes us and invites us to reflect on communion. Communion between the students and the faculty, the staff, the friars, that we come together and try to bring about a greater knowledge, a greater education, a deeper knowledge of what is good, true, holy, and beautiful. The education you receive, students, is for a purpose, and that of opening your mind and your heart to the source of truth and of rebuilding the church. Your education is not merely for the acquisition of grades or a diploma, but something bigger than that. It is for your transformation, that you are about being changed, renewed, transformed, ultimately educated. And from that, your journey will be bringing Christ and what you've learned and experienced here to a world that desperately needs to know and to hear what you've seen and heard. As St. Francis discovered, the church is not merely some dilapidated building in the Umbrian Valley. Rather, it's structures and systems that are all around us. Your education will help form you, will help transform you, so that you will be an instrument of restoration to the church, whether it is as a nurse, an entrepreneur, a teacher, a programmer, a husband, a wife, a mother, a father. As a graduate of this Franciscan institution, my hope is you will come to know the one who is true, but who holds this truth together, the one who makes it union, who brings us together in union. St. Francis stated, "The Lord gave me brothers and sisters." The Lord continues to do this. We, as we begin this academic year, are a communion of brothers and sisters desiring to be transformed, to be changed, and to be educated. I look forward in this journey to walk with you.